So you're pro law enforcement?
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, you know, and for what it is and for what it stands for, I approve and I back them. You know, it's coming from someone that's been working his whole life, and but I've been a knucklehead when I was younger, that kind of thing, and still to take away from the fact that they're out there doing the job, and I respect them overall. It's a different setup here in Hawaii, how it is in California that I'm used to. It's a different kind of setup, but it is what it is, You have to abide. You should abide rather to a certain point. Sometimes it's a little bit much here, man. It's a little bit much. Been off kilter due to substance abuse?
I don't know, man. I don't know. They all tell me that they don't do drugs, and I don't really approach people if it looks like they're obviously on drugs or whatever. But who fucking knows?
I know, right? It's the same. The town favorite here is it's a rough one on this state. It's a rough one, man. I got into business here, and I always do my research. I was a bike shop, I was electric bikes, so.
Oh, that was the business.
So yeah, so I had to, why they had to, but I go pretty hard on researching and finding out where all the little bike shops, the bike shop camps are. It's a hot commodity here. Bikes, And mine was some very.
Yeah, my friend has a Suron. The Surons.
Mine were Pedagos.
Okay.
It's all it's not all the same. It was best, but still, it was something I made a point on to go around each camp personally and introduce myself and offer jobs, offer just jobs. If they take their kids, if they have kids, if they want to work, they'll get paid well. Just mechanics get paid. I was paying a lot. Most of I didn't, because 10.10 was the minimum wage I moved to, right? That's ridiculous, dude. Like, god damn. What do they expect people to do? This place is expensive. I come from San Diego, man. I've done well, I have a psych practice in San Diego that I've owned for over 20 years, But even not, this bum right here, this dirty bum that smells like shit, has no shoes, and a dog, dirty girl, is a psychiatrist. PhD.
Yeah?
Huh? No, not her. You say her? No, I'm not.
Wait, who are you talking about? Who's got a PhD?
Me. I have a psych.
You have a PhD?
I'm a psychiatrist from San Diego, man. I voted for.
I thought you got a bike shop.
No, I had a bike shop here. I've never been here before. I'm from California, and in California, I started a long time ago. Building a practice with STEM. Ironically enough, STEM from homeless children. Because children have always been a soft spot for me. I've never had one of my own, but I've had my stepchildren, and I've had a lot of children in my life that just have been there for whatever reason, And I started practicing over it, among other things. It's a deep story. I worked my way through school, and I just did my thing and grew into something that was wonderful.
Where'd you go to school?
Everywhere, Berkeley. I went to Berkeley mostly, Cal State San Bernardino.
You went to Cal Berkeley. And you got a PhD.
My sister, I didn't like PhD. San Bernardino, Berkeley's where my sister went to. My sister was 7 years younger than I am. She went to Berkeley when she was 15.
What the fuck?
It was fun. My brother and my sister, they're both big brains, basically. They're both basically documented geniuses, and they've done amazing things their whole life. And my brother's 7 years older, my sister's 7 years younger. And I'm the throw in the middle of that, just kind of bounced through life and did my thing, and I did okay, but it just took me a little extra time. And I built my practice off of it stemmed from some crazy shit. You know that I was involved with the condition I was born with. Kind of led me to my practice later on in life.
What condition is that?
It's just it was a brain defect basically. Technically, it's a brain defect, but it hindered me from displaying and experiencing and processing a lot of a key thing in people's lives that the majority of the world get to participate in and deal with from the very, very start of their living. Where are you, bro? Where's your life?
I'm Irish, I'm German, maybe a little English, maybe a little French.
What's your nationality?
American. How about you?
Mexican and Native American. I was born in California, South American.
Mexican, Native American.
Yeah. My dad's a coastal band shoemash. My mom's Mexican English. She was also born in California, so you know, I don't necessarily. My kids would argue the fact, but I don't agree in hyphenated. I don't believe in hyphenated Americans, you know, and not for any other reason. That's just the way it is, you know, because you know the Hawaiians here. How long have you been here?
7 years.
Okay, well, almost the same amount of time. Have you ever suffered through any discrimination, any foreign this, foreign that, foreign this, foreign that, and blah blah blah?
I mean, all anyone can do is if you don't know someone, is look at them.
Have you ever suffered through any discrimination? Any foreigner this, foreigner that, go to my island this, my island that?
Yeah. But I don't blame them. And I get it.
Okay, so do I. I'm Native American, so you ask the Arawak natives how they feel about people coming into your land and talking to you and then raping you for all your shit. You know what I'm saying? That the Arawaks were the natives that the Europeans discovered, when their time came to discover this land. I came here and I was living close. Do you believe in higher power?
I do, yeah.
Is it like the collective view on higher power? Is it just God and Jesus and all that?
Yeah, I'm Catholic.
Okay. There you go. Oh shit.
Were you raised Catholic as a Mexican?
No, no, not necessarily. That's just interesting because I've been trying to get a hold of Catholic Charities because one of the cops gave me the number to it. He said, "Call him. I have a friend there. Call him."
Oh, have you
I need help.
You been over to St. Augustine Catholic Church in Waikiki?
Yeah, I went to St. Augustine's. They give out lunch every day.
Yeah, you take advantage of that?
Yeah, I went and had some lunch, and I didn't know the extent that they go, but like it's at this point where I need help or I'm gonna die. That's it. And that doesn't mean much to a lot of people nowadays. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know a lot of people. Nor do I have anybody here. I have 0 people here. I have her. You know, and she means a lot to me. She's an amazing little thing, dude. She truly is. She's advanced in a lot of the empathic abilities that they naturally have. You know, same thing I feel about people. We have empathic abilities, and we have a lot of stuff that not necessarily is not necessarily science. You know, so I tell my patients, I tell them, how do you feel about the stuff that around you that isn't quite science? You know, it isn't all science. You know? A friend of mine, the doctor that dealt with me when I was killed. Let me ask you a question. If you were attacked, say if I attacked you, right? Well, this is just an argument that people have when I tell a story. If I attacked you, let's say I beat you to the point where your heart stops, your brain stops, and you're pretty much done, and someone comes along and resuscitates you, right? Were you or were you not still attack and kill initially?
I guess technically you were dead for a little bit.
No, every time I tell a story, they're like, when they do this face, I already know what's coming. They'll be like, you were killed. Yeah. Well, why are you still here?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think a higher power plays a role in it?
Well, that's an interesting position in the question, but you know what? I because I have no idea why I yet to come up with the answer of why it would even begin, why it would have happened, considering how I was living when I moved here, man. Like when I moved here, I was on a 100% clean slate of just life in general, you know. Came at 2 and pulled through. I've been nursing her back to health ever since for her hips. Crushed her back legs pretty bad. She's pulled through, man. You know, and
Hey, she looks good.
yeah, she's a nutcase, but hey, she's my daughter. You know, and she's trying to shut me up right now. She's trying to shut the whole thing down. Right now. She doesn't like the story.
Shut it down.
And I'm